Hey there, I'm Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com and author of the book Daily Love Growing into Grace, and welcome to this week's episode of Daily Love TV. This week, I want to talk to you about a massive pain point that I've had in my own life, and I've also seen many of our readers and clients go through as well. Goes something like this. You have a spiritual awakening, you have an aha moment, and you realize that your life needs to go into a new direction. And the problem is your friends, your family members, those that you care about most, either don't approve of or are scared of this new direction that you're going in. Sound familiar? Have you been there? Maybe you're there right now. I know for me, I was there and it was terrifying because, we're raised and we love our parents, we love our family members, where we get our certainty and our connection, our love, and all the things that really help hold us together. And it is true that family is everything, but there's a paradox to that truth too, because ultimately, if you're on a spiritual quest, if you're here to really make your life better, to set goals and to discover who you are and why you were born and what that spiritual purpose is for your life, inevitably, you're going to come up against the beliefs of your family and the beliefs of what you could call maybe your tribe or the people that you've spent time with. And it could be the tribe of a business, it could be the tribe of a family, it could be the tribe of friends. But inevitably, when you go on that spiritual path, what starts to happen is that you figure out who you are and you realize that, gosh, well, the way I've been doing things, that's not how I want to do things anymore, because the way I was doing things was bringing me so much pain and discomfort. It was the catalyst for me to go on my spiritual journey. So now I have to rewire and rethink who I am and what I want and what I believe. And so in that process, you will get resistance from people who are in your life already. And so how do you overcome that while still going on your spiritual path? Well, it's very simple. The first thing you have to do is you have to understand and acknowledge that it's completely normal. And when we're starting to claim our power in our lives, when we're starting to really wake up to who we really are, the first thing that we have to really examine is look at, well, what have the tribal influences been in my life? And by tribe, I just mean the people you've been spending time with. Right? So what have the influences been of mom and dad and brother and sister and loved ones? And maybe I'm going through a divorce, and what was the influence of the family that I was in before this? And what you'll find is that there are a certain level of beliefs about the world that bond that tribe together that you may or may not any longer believe. And so what that means is you're going to have to understand and come to terms with the fact that you're going to ruffle some feathers on your path when it comes to friends and family, and that's okay. I know for me, when I got really serious about my spiritual path and I dove into Kundalini Yoga, almost all the people I was hanging out with over the next 6 months just naturally dropped away. And when this happens, when there's frustration and with family members or loved ones or friends, you can think, well, something's wrong with me. And if you're spending time with them, they're not maybe going to first appreciate this person that you're becoming. So you might even start to think something's wrong with you. But know that as you go on your spiritual path and you start to dive into the rituals and the behaviors that make you come alive, that make you feel like who you really are, that's okay. You don't have to have the approval of the tribe. In fact, generally speaking, if you're on the spiritual path and the tribe doesn't approve, you're not fully committing to that new awakening, that new aha moment that you had. So I want to encourage you to really think about, who do you want to become? How do you see yourself? Maybe you're in a family or tribe who doesn't approve of your sexuality. And when you really admit and embrace your sexuality, that they might think differently of you. Or maybe you were raised in a certain religious belief system that no longer resonates with you anymore, and you have a different perspective about what God or the universe or your creator, what that means or who that is, and declaring that. Or maybe you're starting to realize that, in your job or in your vocation or how you earn money, that you're actually worth more than what you're currently getting paid. And so you got to really start to declare who you want to become in this world, and then write out a list of all the fears, the things that you're worried that other people will say. Write out that list. Things like, oh, now you're so spiritual. Who do you think you are? Family is everything. Come back down to earth. All the different things that people say when, you go on that spiritual path, and look at, why are you letting this fearful outcome stop you from embracing who you really are? Because ultimately, you will get pain and resentment if you neglect who you are. And so that frustration that you might be feeling about breaking free is coming because you are apologizing for who you are, and you're letting the beliefs and the rules of the tribe that you're currently in dictate really what's right for you. But the truth is, only you know what's right for you. Only you know who you really are. And really, as you're hearing my voice and watching this video, you know, a deeper part of you knows that it's time for you to set a boundary with your tribe and maybe wander for a while till you find a new tribe, a new group of people who believe what you believe. Now, real quick, I want to make a point. I'm not trying to turn you against your family or against your friends or against your loved ones. The reasons why they react the way they react is because they're scared and they're used to things being a certain way. But as you're on your personal growth and spiritual path, you don't want things to remain the same. You are transforming and you are changing. So this is about you becoming more of who you are. And ultimately, when you become who you are, at first it produces fear. But when you're inspired, when you're lit up, when you just can't wait to wake up and you're just jazzed about life and that's how you're showing up, you can love your family more. You can love them for who they are rather than who they want you to be. And so that can be a very powerful transformation. It's a sort of one of the first major breakthroughs and steps you got to take on your spiritual path. So I'm going to encourage you today to really have courage with your tribe, have courage with your loved ones, have courage with the people who are around you, and really know that their opinion does not matter as much as your opinion of yourself. And I'm going to encourage you to really break free and really trust what's coming through and trust the beliefs and the experiences that are coming into your life. So you might be watching this video over on Facebook or over on YouTube. I'm going to encourage you to come on over to thedailylove.com and below this video, leave a comment and let me know how you plan on setting a boundary with your tribe or what the fears might be about doing so. And when you are going to start to really trust your inner wisdom to say no, to set the boundary, to come out, whatever it might be for you. And then also, if you have set a boundary with your tribe in the past or with your family and it worked out, in the comments below on thedailylove.com, please leave a comment and let us know your success story, because your story of sharing your success, your experience, your strength, your hope is inspiring to someone who is brand new to this path. And so I know that truly together we can become who we're meant to be. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Daily Love TV. I'm going to encourage you to really get clear about who you are, no longer apologize for that. And most importantly, and as always here at the Daily Love, remember to get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you next week.